I'm here today because I want to tell you a story about this cereal box. This box is created by a large company, maybe with a national distribution center, maybe international one. It's made in order to safely deliver cereal to someone in Calgary. Once the cereal is thoroughly enjoyed, it is hopefully put in a blue bin. A blue bin will take it to a city-owned facility run by a contractor and paid by ratepayers, which are every single one of us homeowners in Calgary, where it will be recycled and marketed as a product in its second life, we hope. That's a huge improvement from decades ago, but it still does not empower the one individual that could truly make it more recyclable, more reusable, more marketable, and less wasteful. That's the maker of the cereal box. Extended producer responsibility is exactly that. It empowers the maker of the cereal boxes and all other forms of packaging and paper products with the full responsibility for the cereal box even after the cereal's gone. So it's the entire life cycle of the packaging products. EPR is not new. It is practiced in one form or another in every province in Canada except Alberta. Which brings me to maybe the most important, compelling reason to adopt EPR. Calgarians and Albertans are currently paying twice to recycle this box of cereal. First, as consumers, we pay the price of the cereal that is already priced nationally to recoup the costs imposed by EPRs in other provinces. And then second, they pay for it again on their rate bill as they get their blue bins picked up monthly, weekly preferably. So in essence, what I'm trying to put forward and trying to bring an awareness to level to is the fact that we as a province are the only ones that are not going forward with an EPR program. This makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. I'm seriously hoping that every single one of the provincial parties will commit to putting forward an EPR program in the next provincial election campaign, because there's no downside. We're paying for it already. It's as compared to the very first real estate notice of motion. This isn't complicated. It's being done in other local provinces. We could simply mimic what they've put forward. I'm hoping we'll come forward with a slightly better version, but at the same time, it just makes sense. I've been asked, is this another tax that is going to be put on to consumers and businesses? As a matter of fact, as I just tried to describe, it's just the opposite. I'm trying to actually give back $100 to $120 to every household in the city, and possibly equate similar to the rest of Alberta. The dollars involved in this notice of motion is basically a joint operation with numerous parties. We've got AUMA, Alberta Urban Municipalities Association, throwing money into coming up with this baseline. We've got City of Edmonton doing it. And we're only doing that for half of that cost, because the Canadian Stewardship Service Alliance is actually paying for the other half of this baseline numbers, because they want to have this program involved. They want to see it become a national program so that they don't have to be playing different games in different provincial rules. I can't explain any more than what I've done in numerous interviews, that this is literally a no-brainer. There is no downside to this. There's only an upside. And from a dollars and cents point of view, yes, that's a huge win. But it's also, how do we actually create or get a different product? Let me be clear. The only way we can ever have any lasting and serious impact on what we throw away has to involve the producers and designers of these materials. They're the only ones that will ever bother to change it. And the only way we can get them to even consider changing it is to make it a fair, level playing field. I had a different example, and I don't have it with me, but it's basically the plastic around a 16-pack of Kleenex boxes with a sticky label on it. That sticky label has now made that plastic contaminated, so you cannot actually reuse that material. If we were to put forward this program, they would simply come forward with a plastic and a cardboard insert, both of these completely recyclable, non-contaminated. It's just a matter of encouraging the companies, encouraging the business involved to actually go ahead and do these things. And it's not, they're at the table waiting to be asked and be told and to work and create this program. So, Council, I don't know. I'm more than happy to answer any of your questions. If you have any others, I can take more time. We can have a lunch over it. As a matter of fact, we may even come up with a lunch and learn at some point. But for most part, it's a simple ask.
Thank
What?
you. I cannot resist